measures of the colors in different areas. I don't know what's going on here. This is loose. There's something. What is going on? Because y'all are moving like crazy over here. I mean, you are really loose. Oh, what is the problem? Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. You guys are moving like crazy. Okay, so I'm hoping you guys can see me. I guess you can. This thing's trying to choke me around my neck. The vacation was great. I am revitalized. I am refreshed. I still don't want to go to work, but like I said before, I know I have to go. This is the way I make my money. So I have bills to pay. It's the first of the month, and I want to continue to be able to make those payments without it being a situational matter. So I am pushing forward and getting back into the daily routine. Which brings me to something that I want to say to a lot of you. My story time for today. I had a lot of time to sit back and think about a lot of things. I drove to Mississippi, where I'm from, and in doing so, I was able to have a lot of time to sit down and, well, I was already sitting down, to think about things as you drive. I don't know about you, but when I'm driving long distances, if I'm not on here doing a video recording, I'm recycling information that I've read or I'm listening to in audiobooks or reading physically, and recycling that information in an effort to be productive and assertive in my goals. All the things that you see people go through, they didn't just get to that level of where they are by not going through something. They had to work very hard at that, not just for a year, not just for 2 years, not even 3 or 4 years. Sometimes you don't see the benefit of the reward until 5 and 6 or even possibly 7. But by that 7th year, you'll see all of the foundational work that you do come through. Without a solid foundation of putting the work in every day, doing something that is going to benefit you and your business, if it's not business, your hobby, your craft, your whatever it is, if you're not doing that, then you are not laying the foundation. I read, I listen to books daily. I educate myself in all the things that I am in. I do a lot of things. I have a lot of things that I do. I didn't just get there by doing that. I started doing those things a long time ago. I didn't just get to being great in my crafts. I'm not that great, I don't think. I still think there's work for me to be done. I'm good for me. I'm always striving to be better at it. You know, I want to be better than where I am today. Tomorrow, I want to be better. I want to keep working at being better. So once you do that, then you will start to see itty bitty pieces of the puzzle starting to come together and being exceptionally well. And people are starting to notice you. But if you stop your progress, if you don't, you have to have some type of structural basis. Mine is a routine that I have laid out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm doing something those days. I work during the day, I come home, I do my task that I have set to do for that day, and then I retire. The next day, I do a separate task after I get off work. Third day, I have certain days that I have tasks. If you don't have a schedule to maintain your daily day of life, everything has to be scheduled to get things done. Why? Because we're human. We get off track. We do not stay consistent on our track. So we have to have something to reflect or guide us through this process called life. And that's why you have a routine or a schedule or some type of basis to help you get through this game that we play called life. If you want to see progression, you have to have those things written down or in some type of format that you can maneuver through them. That's one thing. The second thing is, I would not, this is just me, I cannot, this is me, I will not, this is me, I will not leave my job again. That's how come I can tell you that. I left my job before, and I went out on my own. I've done trucking. I see they have this thing out there, the first ladies for. I've done trucking, and trucking works. It brings money in, but you have got to have a lot of resources to maintain where you are. And trucks, you have to have not just one or two or three trucks like I had. We had 3 18-wheelers, and we had a hot shot, 2 hot shots. And then we had other people that was under us. But of course, that's not all our money from them. They're making their own money and paying us to run up under our motor carrier. But what I will tell you is, I made some money. But as fast as I made that money, it was out the door. I mean, I made some money. I made some money. But the repairs, the hoopla, the stress of it, it's a lot. And you can maintain it along with keeping those trucks in shape. You can go right ahead. Unfortunately, I was not able to do so because the people that was driving my trucks, they tore them up. And I kept having repair issues without people telling me that there's an issue with my truck. So my issue may not be your issue. So I'm not going to tell you not to go ahead and go through whatever it is you need to go through in doing trucking, if that's what you want to do, or whatever the case you want to do. I'm not going to tell you that. So if that's what you want to do, go do trucking. I tell anybody, everybody's experience is going to be different. Do you? I love it. Because the last time my motor went out on the truck, I was like, I'm done. I can't do this no more. Because I'm working my butt off, and those calls at 2 and 3 in the morning, I can't handle it. I couldn't handle it anymore. I couldn't sleep through the night. It was to the point where I couldn't sleep through the night anymore. And oh my God, doing those Amazon loads, oh my God. I never wanted to work for Amazon again. Ever. They called every 30 minutes all through the night. I'm like, you got the driver's number. Why are you calling my phone? At night, I woke up to go use the restroom. They had called my phone in the middle of while I was sleeping 30 times. And that was just from an hour from the time they had talked to me the last time. I was like, oh my God. This is the last time I do something for them. Never do that again. Never work with them again. Never. But anyway, we ain't get on here to talk about trucking. But what I'm gonna say is this right here. I've had several businesses. I've did the trucking. I've done hair. I still do hair. Insurance adjusting. I've been a catastrophic insurance adjuster on the road. I've done, what else have I done? I've done so much. Paralegal work. I've done computer work. Actually, that's my background is law and IT. That's my degrees. I'm trying to think of all the licenses I got. Insurance, cosmetology, the trucking stuff. Oh my God, they got a rig up here. Oh, come on over. I'm sorry. And now I'm doing this. But what I will say is this right here. Do what makes you happy. The things that, one person do, even though they may have different things and different areas that they've been in as far as businesses, do what makes you happy. Oh, I forgot, I did taxes. I forgot about taxes. I've done taxes before. I filed taxes for people. I used to work for IRS. I don't work for them anymore. Yeah, I think that's about all the things I've done. Yeah. But the thing here is, regardless of what you do, be the best in it. You may not be perfect in it all. Learn the craft and get it down to a science that you're the best in it. And you're sought after. And you can't do that unless you study the craft. I've studied all the crafts that I've been in. I mean, from the rooter to the tutor. I had to know everything there was about that specific craft. When I say craft, it doesn't mean crafting, like hobbyist stuff. I'm talking about crafts in cosmetology, which I'm a specialist in alopecia. In paralegal, I'm a specialist in bankruptcy and foreclosures and housing stuff. In insurance adjusting, I do cars and auto and homes. I'm a specialist in those. I mean, it just, whatever it is that you are in, make sure your specialty, you learn those to the best of your ability. And you're becoming the SMED, which is a subject matter expert in that field that people sought after you. For instance, I was talking to someone and I was telling them, when I was doing hair, first came out the gate, I was doing hair before because I was doing it in college and just did not have a cosmetology degree. A tidbit of this information. My parents told me that I couldn't go to the college that I wanted to go to, which was the Jackson State University, my alma mater, in Jackson, Mississippi, 1400 Lynch. And if you want to, you can always go to the admissions office and apply if that's what you need. Because the Jackson State University is the best university there is. That's just my skill, I'm saying. My opinion, only my opinion. But, that's where I went to school, at Jackson State. My parents wanted me to go to somewhere else. I showed remain nameless, and I told them, okay, well, I won't be going to school. I'll go to cosmetology school. If it bothers me, I can do hair. I'll make my money. And Dad said, okay, well, you want to go up there to Jackson, so you go to Jackson, because he wanted me to go to two other schools that he could have his eyes on me. I don't know what that was for, but I was just like, he still was up there at Jackson, and anybody who was on this one that went to Jackson State with me can tell you he was there at Jackson State with me just about every other weekend. My daddy was up there. And then people would come to my dad's room. Your daddy downstairs. Okay. So, it didn't matter that I was at a different school than where he wanted me to go. I will say this. I got my education there, and it was a great experience, and I wouldn't I still ended up in cosmetology. Went to cosmetology school, and I was doing cosmetology work while I was in school at my house. I had so many clients because I had already started advertising. See, my husband was a barber already. He told me how to do the game. So I had already started advertising while I was in cosmetology school. All my clients, here's my card, give me a call. You need your hair done, you don't want to come up here, let me know, you come to my house. And I only charged them, I think at that time it was, what was it? Yeah. I was doing $25 for a wash and $50 for relaxing. And $25 for everything else. You know, back then everything was cheap. Let me tell you. It had got so bad that I had so many clients coming to the school to get their hair done. And I was doing this part-time. I would go to work, then go over there to cosmetology school in the evenings, Monday through Friday, and all day Saturday. I was so backed up with clients during the week and on the weekend, they assigned me a shampoo tech. Yeah. Because I had already started marketing myself to be successful. I was setting myself up for success because I marketed myself. Old school marketing, because, you know, we didn't have any social media like we have now. And I don't, and this is just me. This is just me. Social media is okay. However, it doesn't get the face of the business as a website for a bigger audience. Because even though you have a social media, you're still going to need for corporate events, if you're doing the graphic stuff, you know, in shirts and stuff like that, they want to see what you really can do. Because it's okay to get the onesie twosies with people, with family reunions and things of that nature. That's okay, and if that's what you want, you could do that. But I would personally reach for bigger fish. So bigger fish are going to want to be looking at what you have going on for them. And if you don't have everything set up in place, you're going to be at a loss. So my suggestion to you is take this time now. I did this during my holiday. Take this time and revamp your marketing, revamp your websites, your social media, revamp your business, and have it ready and marketable that you can easily transition into what is needed for this upcoming year. Moral of the story, don't quit your jobs, because I quit my job and it was a headache, no lie. It was the worst thing I ever did in this world. Let me just say that. It was the worst thing I ever did. The worst thing. Oh, freak, is my mirror so far out? I don't know what's going on here. Who moved my mirrors? I'm not sure what's going on there, but I sure been looking kind of crazy over there. But anyway, it was the worst thing I ever did, because I left my jobs and I took my 401k and I went ahead and I did the trucking thing. Now, don't get me wrong, I was successful for a while. However, it was not enough success to have me to say that this is what I want to do forever, because I spent out so much money. When I say so much money that I was going through money like water with trucking. So if you don't have the resources to back up at least $250K to back you up in the kitty, I suggest and you don't have at least a minimum of 10 trucks that will suffice if one or two go down, then my suggestion is to leave that where it is. And that's just me being real. I came back to corporate. I came back to corporate and luckily was able to get back at where I was. I make more money, of course, however, than when I left, but I would have been further along, and if I'd have stayed. I lost out on 5 or 6 years trying to do my own thing when I should have just stayed my butt right here. And I'm clocking in on somebody else's time, which is fine with me. But the overall stance of this is I don't have to worry about how I do things anymore, because whatever it is I need, I can take care of it because I can pay for it. And I still do hair, which has helped me through a lot of the situation, because during the time that I was doing the trucking, I was doing hair, and it helped out some, but that was just for me though. That wasn't for my business. That was just for me. That was just to have in my pockets. Now, let me put this out there. I'm not saying don't quit your job. If that's what you want to do, you do you. But I'm suggesting always make sure that your other business is going to be successful. You set it up for success and you're going to make it. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're up against a wall trying to make it. So I'm not telling you not to quit, but I ain't telling you to quit either. Okay? I hope today was a great story time and lesson about everything. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I am going to say this. Do what's best for you and your family and your household. Nobody knows your story and what you got going on but you. Y'all have a great one. Like, subscribe below. I'll do these morning chats. And get ready for my podcast that's coming. I was supposed to start that last night with it. I'm sorry. I'm off track. I know I was in denial about going to work today. But I'm here. Y'all have a good one. Like, subscribe below. See you in the next video. Bye. I thought I stopped.